everybody, it's Lynette from Movers and Shapers, where we empower women, well, men and women, everyone, to feel better and look better by providing healthy, easy alternatives. I'm specifically doing cooking with Lynette today, so we're going to talk about cooking, but even shopping tips and other health tips, because we want to make it easy so people do it. Anyway, before I get started with my cooking with Lynette today, I'm going to be making egg drop soup. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Please click subscribe. Click post notifications and also like this if you like it. Like it if you don't like it too. No, I'm kidding. Like it if you like it, and then share. I really would like as many people to see this because I want people to start cooking for themselves and not relying on fast food and convenience foods, even though part of my cooking is with foods that are easy and convenient because that would encourage people to actually cook for themselves. It's still better than dining out or fast food. You can dine out and eat healthy too, but I want to see people sitting around the table with their families. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Getting off on a whole tangent. Egg drop soup today, super simple. And here's what I want you to take away from this. If you're looking to get carbs out of your diet, eggs are a great alternative to noodles. So let's start with, this is so simple, can of chicken broth. Oh, I'm back. I don't know if I was out. I can't tell. Can't tell where this camera is. So I'm going to start with a little, and I'm just making a little baby batch here just to kind of show you how it works. You can make more or less. Put it in a pan, and now we're going to get that to a boil. This is in the back, and I'm going to go off on high because I am going to stir in a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it. But before I do, I'm going to, and then I have my 2 eggs that I'm going to be mixing up in a second. I add mushrooms and scallions to my egg drop soup. You could add spiralized zucchini. You know, you could honestly make almost like a chicken noodle soup, and then instead of noodles, you put the eggs in. You stir the eggs in. I'm going to show you how that works. So let's just get these in here. All right, let's start with some of the onions. Get the flavor going in there. And these, I got the pre-sliced mushrooms for convenience sake, because I want you guys to do this instead of slicing, but I'm going to chop them up smaller because if I were doing this fresh at home or the easy way, I would slice my mushrooms very, very thin. So the boiling chicken broth actually cooks them and softens them a little bit and releases some of the mushroom flavor. All right, so I did maybe 4 scallions, put that in there. We all have sniffly noses from some spicy food. All right, I'm gonna take these bigger ones and then just slice them up. Or chop them. I'm slicing, thinly slicing the larger pieces. And when they boil, they will soften. And mushrooms are very good for you. They've got a good source of potassium. All right. Just a few little mushrooms in there. Mushrooms and onions. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. While that's coming to a boil, I am going to grab a little isotonics cup. Do you have one that I can mix my, oh yeah. Put a little cornstarch in there. Just a little. There we go. And once this comes to a boil, I'm going to pour it in there just to thicken it a tad. I'm going to season it with a little bit of soy sauce. A little bit of soy sauce. Where did that come from? What is this doing here? And that's it. That's all I'm seasoning it with. And so it's basically being seasoned by the vegetables and the soy sauce. You could put garlic in there. Put a little sesame oil. That would be yummy. You could put a little miso in there. I've just started using miso, very salty, so taste it before you use it, so you know how much to put in or not put in. All right, coming to a boil. You're gonna see how quick and fast this is. What I'm excited about is you seeing the eggs and the egg noodles. And I can't wait for my assistant to try them, who claims she will hate them. Okay, because they're not real noodles. All right, I'm gonna put the eggs in here. Let's scramble those up while that's boiling. You know what? For cooking, as long as I have never learned how to crack an egg with one hand.
I can.
Wow, my assistant can. Dang it. See, in order to be a cook, you have to admit your weaknesses. Another weakness I have is I don't like anybody else in my kitchen. And nobody can cut vegetables as fast or as good as me. I mean, that's not really true, but that's like what I have in my head. I feel bad about it. I really do. I also feel bad about the fact that I have a brain disease. No, seriously. I'm going to look it up. Where I go crazy when I hear people chew. And if y'all are watching this, you know that's really a thing. Oh my gosh. I have some issues. Cooking isn't one of them.
5 hours later, and I also hate.
And they're like, but don't get me started. Oh my gosh.
I'm hot.
I know. Me too. I'm sweating. Let's look that up. Can you Google disease?
Well,
I think it's called miso something. No, that's because I just said miso.
Me so mad.
Yeah. Seriously, it makes a brain connection where you get like borderline enraged. And it's horrible. Trust me, I don't want it. All right. These are softening, but it's not boiling yet. Come on, geez. Let's crank this baby up. I looked it up. Misophonia or misophonia. I'll put it away. But that is a disease. Google it. I'm not crazy. Well, I might be crazy, but not about that. Okay, it's boiling. I am going to take a different spoon here and thicken it with the cornstarch. And it's not going to be thick. It's just going to have a little, not as runny, just a little more viscosity. I think that's the word. My chemical engineer son would correct me if I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the right word.
Yes.
Oh, my other smart girl told me it is. Okay, well, I need a little more. So another lesson here is course correct. Man, if something you do doesn't work, figure it out. So it's not thick enough, so I'm adding more. A little more cornstarch. And it's important that it's in cold water. Otherwise, it doesn't have the right reaction with the boiling to get it a little bit thicker. All right, there we go. Perfect. Is it? Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go just a tad more. There we go. And the reason you want it a tad thick and you don't want to pour the eggs into a completely liquid is so they hold their shape. Otherwise, they completely fall apart and it's just like shredded blobs of eggs in there. Does that make sense? Well, it does if you've ever done it wrong. And you want to do it right. Okay, there we go. All right, came to a boil. I've got it a little bit thickened. Now we're gonna pour the eggs in. But I'm taking it off because I don't want the boiling water to boil the eggs into little bitsy little pieces. We want it to be in like noodles. And just pour them in. There we are. All right, take a peek at my egg drop soup. And those eggs are just like noodles. All right, thanks so much for joining me for my egg drop soup. Mine is very full of eggs. See that nice big egg noodle? Whoop. And scallions and mushrooms and flavor. Try it yourself, you'll love it. Thanks for joining, subscribe. Not joining, thanks for joining me. Subscribe, hit post notifications, like the video if you liked it, and please share it. Thanks again, see you guys.